Kelsey is a 2-year graduate from Chrysalis and doing well. Jason is her husband, and I can tell a great support. Kelsey, did you finish the 18-month program?
Yeah.
So you were probably one of the first graduates of that program.
Yeah, it was actually changed from 1 year to 18 months when I was in the program, so I wasn't very happy about it at the time, but it was good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it was good. So we have Kelsey here today to tell us what's going on in her life that put her in Chrysalis and what's going on in her life since Chrysalis. And we just want to realize that Kelsey is one of many. One of many. I don't know if any of you, but I know some of you have the opportunity each year to go to the graduation and see those faces cross that stage and tell their testimonies. And this is just one of those testimonies. And I am so thankful to be a part of that. And you guys are such a vital part of that. And as you know, the ladies group, Christmas puts together bags that we take. And we are just excited about Chrysalis and the work that's done there.
Okay, so I'm a little bit nervous because I didn't know that there would be this many people. But my name's Kelsey, and I am 26 years old, and I'm going to try and do this without crying very much, but you guys are just such a blessing, and God just uses you so much without you even really knowing it, and I just want to thank all of you for whatever you've done to help Chrysalis, because God has used that so much in my life, and I don't know, I'd probably be dead or in prison without it. And so, I was 16, I grew up in Eagle, Idaho. I went to a local church there my whole life. When I was 16, I was introduced to methamphetamines, and I didn't have any clue about what that was or anything like that. I had never really been taught about drugs, and so it was all downhill from there pretty much. I ran away from home and dropped out of school, and my parents were just at a loss. They had no idea what to do with me. They didn't know what I was doing necessarily. So when I was 17, my mom took me to the Walker Center, and by that time I had kind of gotten into some dark things. I knew who God was. You know, I didn't believe in Him anymore, and I felt that I could do it on my own, and I didn't need that. And so I went to the Walker Center, got out, and went on the run, and was introduced to heroin, and I became a heroin addict and started selling heroin and all that stuff that goes along with it. And then I'm just going to skip a lot because there's a lot that goes into the story, but we don't have time for it. So when I was 23, I got arrested right in front of the Vineyard Church, which I didn't know was there at the time. And there was a car lot there, and it was called Freedom Car Lot. And by that time, I thought, you know, I'm for sure going to be a junkie forever. You know, I'm going to be sleeping on people's couches and that kind of stuff for the rest of my life. So when I got arrested, it was the middle of the summer. It was August 18th, and it was like 105 degrees outside, and I weighed probably like 80 pounds, so I was really sick. And I looked up at the Freedom Car Lot sign, and I was in handcuffs, and I was just like, okay, I'm surrendering this. I can't do this anymore. And I just knew at that point that God had set me free from that lifestyle. And I got out of jail 60 days later. My parents wouldn't bond me out, which was really weird because they always did, bonded me out of everything. So my mom had always said, go to Chrysalis, go to Chrysalis. She had volunteered there for a long time. And I decided I needed to go there to get some life skills. And so I went to Chrysalis, went into the program, and it was a struggle for me because it was just all new. And I remember one time, I think I was actually a house manager at this point, so I had graduated the program, and I was running a house there. And you guys you did this rally, I don't remember what it was like a rally. And it ended up at the main Chrysalis house off 25th and State. And there was an auction and like a lunch and stuff, and there was a quilt there. And so every time I say this story, I just like cry so much. But there's a quilt, and there was somebody bidding on the quilt that I don't know if somebody made it from this church. Yeah, okay. And it was like $100, $200, $300, and I was just like, what the heck is going on? I was like, I told Marcia, I said, is all this money for us? And she's like, yeah. And I just was in such awe because I just had never felt that much love from people that didn't even know me. And it was like the most amazing thing, and I just started crying. And it kept going up from there, and I can't remember how much exactly was spent on that quilt necessarily, but I just was like so blown away by that. And I will never forget that because God uses you guys to show us love when we don't know what that looks like. And so right now I'm a full-time volunteer at Chrysalis. It is an 18-month program. We have 4 houses. And so right now we have about 32 women in the program. And so we're just growing and growing and having an overwhelming amount of women that want to come in and change their lives and have their hearts changed and walk with Christ. And so it's just really amazing to see the work that Jesus does every day. And we're so blessed by you guys. One of the homes up off of Franklin is actually one of your guys' homes, and I lived in that house. And it's just really awesome. And so we do classes Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. Sunday nights is kind of a dinner and maybe more of like a social for the women to fellowship with each other, and usually a church small group comes and brings a meal for us, and then we have a little class time. And then Wednesday night's more of a structured class where it's from 7 to 9, and they learn things from like Andy Stanley and boundaries and that kind of stuff. So you guys are just a huge blessing, and I don't know very many of you, but I just love you all so much. And I don't know, we're really excited for what God's doing through Chrysalis. I just did a video for Chrysalis not very long ago, and I was thinking about it, and the work that God does through Chrysalis is so amazing because it helps our whole community, you know, and like, I don't know, I just love you guys. I don't know if there's anything else you want me to say or... Okay, alright, so like I said, I volunteer full-time. I'm married, and we just bought a house in November, and we just got lucky. And so God's just done an amazing work in my life, and I just want to be able to give back however I can. And yeah, thank you guys so much for everything that you do and just being there.